What do you wish you knew now that having gone through the procurement process, you might have done slightly differently?
That's a really good thing. Look, I think the procurement process for IT professionals, you sort of know what you're getting yourselves in for. But for business parts of the organisation, so marketing professionals, I think that understanding the procurement process and understanding the time that it takes to go through it and allowing for that time go through it and make good sound judgments, and having the people that are going to be a part of that, giving them time to participate in that procurement process, I think is a huge lesson learned. When you make choices as part of a tender process, you actually have to spend hours and hours and hours reading through proposals and then ranking them, and you've got to have these proof points. And one of the things that we tend to do is not spend time doing that, and then all of a sudden it's this great big, oh my god, I don't have time to do this, and at the end of the day, procurement's in place and it is binding. So
Yeah, and it's there for a reason, isn't it? And that upfront investment's so crucial when you're talking multi-year contracts at big dollars. Yes, it's a big time investment, but I remember when we were just implementing Marketo, we worked with procurement and IT, and receiving all these different proposals, and it was hours and hours and hours reviewing that documentation, ranking things, and having the debate and the discussion with the right people in the room. In parallel, choosing your implementation partner and having the similar conversations, but absolutely time well spent and needed to make the right choice. And I think it's the implementation partners and the vendors themselves. That's where their involvement and how they prepare their information, how they answer the brief is so important, because some were so arrogant, they just wouldn't respond to the brief and they'd send you a pack. They send everyone. It was, well, sorry, you might be great, but you're out. If you don't have time to respond to this and see how this is relevant for us, then you're not going to get considered. So
that's a really important point, because a lot of these vendors that you're going to deal with do come with a sense of arrogance, especially in the Australian market. And you're going for international products, we are a drop in the ocean in terms of their spending, right? So they can come across of, you're just going to do what we're going to say. And is that the relationship when you're trying to drive your business? Who knows your business better? So it is, I agree, it is really important to choose well and have that time to choose well.
And have the right people on the panel. Like if it's from your marketing team, make sure you have someone that understands tech and Martech really well.
Yeah,
and they can ask the right questions to understand what it can and can't do.
Correct. And the other thing I would say to that too is, also just thought about it too, is that don't forget that it's your marketers and your officers and your comms and, the people that are actually going to be using the product, right? So they are also, when you put together your tender and when you put together your business requirements, don't forget them, because if they have a terrible experience,
they're not going to use it. Like if the UI is poor or the UX is poor and it's really hard and clunky to use, and even if they haven't been part of it, or they feel they haven't been part of it, and they get the system plonked on them and they're quite happy with what they've got and they don't understand the rationale or why they've now been given this tool that they don't understand and it's too hard, people naturally resist change. Yes. So you got to think about that Kubler-Ross change curve as you're doing this and bring the right people on the journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been listening to Lean Mean Marketing Teams with Ty Hayes. If you love the show, please remember to hit subscribe so that you can discover more tips and strategies to build a high-performance marketing team. And if you're feeling generous, please tell someone about the show who you think would benefit. We're on a mission to help CMOs build their dream team and enable marketers to do their best work. And we appreciate your help in spreading the word.